Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen. In today's video I would like to share with you the big reveal of the spare bedroom makeover. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you probably have seen that I've been working on this spare bedroom space and I've been doing so many different projects in here. The first thing I did was I painted the walls, and then I went through and I started decorating the space, and I had a few issues during that process. I will make sure to link the videos above so you guys can see sort of what happened if you're new and you haven't seen sort of the struggles that I had with this space. But the room is finally mostly done. There are a few things I would like to add to this space, but for now I think that the room looks great, and I am so excited to share this with you because so many things in this room I actually thrifted, and so many of the things in this room I have thrifted over the past several years. So it's been a process, like many years in the making, to start displaying all of these items. And it's funny because I've been thrifting these things for so long and they actually all work together so nicely. So it's sort of like just like a collected sort of design. I'm really happy with it. I think that it's really our style and I just think the room looks great. So I'm going to take you on a tour of the spare bedroom. So if you're excited to see this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I love to share videos about thrifting and DIY and education, all different types of videos, sometimes vlogs. So if any of those topics sound interesting to you, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. So let's jump into the video. So as you can see, I'm in the spare bedroom now, and the first big change that you'll see in here is the paint. I chose this absolutely beautiful paint color. Actually, my husband Sean saw this paint color at Lowe's. I think we bought the paint at, and he thought it was a great color, and then I saw it and I was like, yes, I absolutely love this color. We have a very similar color in our dining room. I really love it. I'll make sure to insert the name of the paint here. I can't remember. We actually used a brand of paint as well that only required one coat. Underneath this paint was a bright yellow, and it was pretty. This room was originally used as a nursery from the previous owners of the home. And it was a pretty color for a nursery, but it just really wasn't our style, and it was really, really bright. We sort of have like more like earth tones in our home. So we have like different types of earth tones in this room. So by painting the walls, it made a huge difference in this space, and I love the shade of green. At first I was afraid it was going to be like a little too dark for the room, but with the light in here and everything, even at night when there isn't a lot of light in here, it's a really, really great color, and we're really, really happy with it. That's like the first main thing. And as I said, I only did one coat of paint in here, and I think it just looks absolutely beautiful. I love, love, love how this room looks with this paint, this green paint. So that's the first big thing. Then I will move the camera down a little bit. So then we actually restyled the bed as well. I'll stand over to the side right over here. So I purchased this bed set at Big Lots. So this is not a thrifted find, and the bed itself came from Walmart, and I think the bed frame too. The mattress and the bed frame came from Walmart. But I love this bed set. I think it's so pretty and just like simple and neutral, but also like really, really pretty. I'm gonna move the camera just a little bit more. So on the bottom and around the edges of the pillows, it actually has this really pretty ruffle to it. And it just is like this simple addition to the space that definitely isn't needed, you know, like for the bedding, but I think it just adds like a really pretty added touch to the bed set. This was the only one that I could find at Big Lots. So I was really excited when I found it because I was having a difficult time trying to find something that I really liked, and I found this and it was absolutely perfect. I love this kind of like sand color. I think it's really pretty, and especially with the carpet, which is also like sort of a cream color, and then the walls are also really nice. They go really nicely with the bedding. So the bedding I believe was $50, which was the comforter and then 2 pillowcases, I believe. Yeah, so, or maybe it was 40. I can't remember. It was either 40 or 50. So I really love how that space looks as well. Then the next thing I would like to share with you, wow, the camera's super crooked, sorry about that. Now, for the rest of the tour, I'm going to be sharing with you all different types of thrifted items. Everything else I'm going to be sharing with you came from the thrift store, with the exception of a few things that came from Dollar Tree. So my favorite part of the tour is going to be now, where I share with you all of the thrifted finds, and I can't wait to share that with you. So let's start with some of the wall decor. let's start with the ones that you see right over here. As you can see here, we have this absolutely beautiful wall decor piece, and I'm going to call it like bead art. It's this really beautiful beaded art piece. It has a pattern on it, as you can see. And originally what I was hoping to do was I was hoping to have this be displayed on the wall right here and act as like a headboard for that. Unfortunately, when Sean and I actually tried adding this to the wall with command strips, and it fell down, and it's not light. So I'm really thankful that that did not happen when anybody was in the bed, because that would have been terrible and I would have felt terrible. Thankfully, nobody was in the bed when it fell, so thank goodness. But what we ended up doing was the pieces actually came with 2 hooks, and so we had taken the hooks off when we were attaching them with the command strips, but what we did was we just actually reattached the hooks to them. We kept the hooks, and then we just put a couple nails on the wall, and then we were able to attach them like that. I just think they're so beautiful, and I saw them at the thrift store, and I saw them like in a bag, I think, and I was like, what are those? And then I started like taking them out, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are like beaded curtains. They're so cool. So that's that one right there. Now, I don't know if you can notice, but it is missing 1 strand of beads. It actually, we got it like that. It was missing that 1 strand of beads, but I think it's okay. It's not a big deal. So that's the one. We have one right over on this wall between like the corner and then the window. And then over here we have the other set of beads. And we have it right behind this little cube organizer that I will be sharing with you guys in a second. But I think it's so pretty. This one is missing a few beads here and there, but not as much as the other one. Like, this one's interesting. It's missing a few beads like throughout the piece, but like it's not missing a strand of beads, where this one right here is missing a strand of beads, but it's not missing too many throughout the piece. I think they're super pretty, and I'm really excited that I found them. And I want to say that they were like $10 altogether for the 2 of them. But look at how pretty. Look at how pretty. I just think they're so cool, and it just really complements all of the like neutral earth tones that we're working, you know, trying to have in this room. We want it to be like a really relaxing room for people who stay here. So that's the first thing I would like to show you. All right, moving over here. Now I would like to share with you what we are calling the headboard. So there's the bed right there, and then right up on top we have this display of thrifted mirrors. They are actually 2 different sets of mirrors. So I found these years ago, I want to say, and there are 2 sets. There's a set that has sort of like a more patterned side to it, and then the other set is more like geometric shapes, I guess you could say. And they both are like have a gold outline to them, so I thought they kind of work together. They're not a match, but they are very similar, and so I actually just displayed them above the bed right there with command strips. And I feel like it's kind of like acting like a headboard. It's not a headboard like in the traditional sense, but it sort of, you know, takes up that space on the wall. I might add some more things to it as well, but I just think they're really, really pretty. And like I said, I have had them for years. I've literally been trying to find a place for them for years, and finally I found a place for them. And I believe each set was like $3 a piece, so I thought that was a really great deal as well. And I love the gold with all of the other neutral colors that we have in this space as well. And turning the camera around, we have this absolutely gorgeous mirror. I found this mirror at the thrift store, I want to say like 3 years ago. I love the wood detail. I love the top of it. It kind of looks like it has like the sun. I guess it's sort of like this, the shape of like the sun with the rays of the sun, almost like a sunrise or a sunset, and then the mirror below it. It just really feels really like natural and earthy to me. It's a decent size as well. I want to say that that piece was like $8 maybe, $7 or $8. I just think it's so pretty. I love the detail on the top. It just makes me think of like the sunrise. So I love that piece as well, and I love having it on this wall right here because it has 2 windows that it gets a lot of light from, and I feel like that sort of gives it like an added, like it gives the room a little extra light. And that's another thing I really love about the room. The ceilings are actually pretty tall. I don't know how tall they are, but when we started displaying these different things, like especially those, we were like, oh my gosh, it's really hard to sort of reach up to the ceiling with those. So yeah, so that mirror is the next thing. Then what do I want to show you? I'll show you guys the curtains next. I'm trying to find the best space to share this with you guys because it gets backlit with the windows, but I don't want to close the windows because it's so like bright out right now and I really love it. So these are the curtains that I found at the thrift store. I actually found 2 sets of curtains. Well, no, I found, okay, so let me explain. I found these curtains that came with 2 to a set. So there were 4 altogether, like 2 for each window. And I love these. They have like a simple little pattern to them. It's kind of hard to really see it, but there's a floral print with some different shapes, and it's sort of in like red, maybe like a maroon, brown, like a sand color that I feel like kind of matches the bedding. And it has like a combination of like outlines of flowers and then more like bold, different like pieces of, I don't even know how to describe it. It does have outlines of flowers and then sort of like different shapes of flowers as well, but it's like orange, red, maroon, brown, that sand color. So these I display on the inside of the curtains. And then on the outside, I have this sort of like it's almost like a copper kind of color, but what's really cool about these is that it has like an iridescence to it that it actually almost shines in like a green, which it's sort of like a green that is very similar to the walls. So I have this on the outside in this material and then this on the inside. And what I actually did for these, I actually took them and I only had 2 of them, and I actually took them and cut the pieces in half and then displayed them on either side of the window. So I love how that looks. I think it's really pretty. I love these like sheers because they really add a lot of brightness to the room, especially because they're on the inside. The sun can shine through those. So really love those as well. And I want to say, I think that these 2 curtains were like $1.50 all together, and then maybe this set of curtains, which came with 4, was maybe $7. And here's one of my favorite pieces of art that we have found. It's this really fun fish that I found at a thrift store, and on the back of it, there's actually a whole story about the person who made it, or I think it was 2 people that made this art piece. And everything that is in this piece of art was actually found in the Adirondack Mountains, and I believe it was all like items of trash that somebody found and then took the items and turned them into this really cool fish. The only bummer about this piece is that the only space I had left to display him was right behind the door. So I feel like people will be able to enjoy the fish when the door is closed, when we have company over. But I just think he's really cool. He's a unique piece, and all of the different colors that you see in like his scales and everything really match the different colors in this room. And he's just really, really detailed and really cool. I really love this piece, and I want to say it was maybe $8. Again, all of these items have been found throughout the years, so it's not like I went and bought everything at once. These are things that have been in the attic, in the basement, in the garage. A few items I did buy, like those curtains, I went out and specifically bought them for this room and for this project. And then the bedding and stuff like that, but mostly everything else I already had, and I have just been waiting for the right place to have everything displayed. So he's super cool. I love that fish, but I don't know, we should give him a name. I feel like we tried to name him in the last video, but I can't remember what we decided to name him. So in the comments below, let me know what you think we should name the fish. This fish is not the only animal that is in this room. We also have cats. So I got this really pretty blanket stand at the thrift store. I want to say that was maybe $5. And then I got this absolutely amazing cat blanket at the thrift store as well for like 99 cents. But I love this stand because it has this really pretty detail on the side. And I just love how like that detail sort of, it goes throughout the whole piece, even onto the bottom of it. And then I love these cats because they're very like serious looking. They're very like realistic, serious looking cats. And it sort of matches like the different colors that we have in here, but I think it's just like a fun added surprise in here. It's a really itchy blanket, so I don't know if anybody's going to want to use it because it's so itchy, but I really love it. It just adds like this little fun addition to the space. And it's just like, I feel like it's playful without being like too much. at the same time, if that makes sense. So, and again, that blanket stand is absolutely gorgeous as well. And the last thing that I would like to share with you in this space is this cube organizer. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you may have seen this. I actually bought these cube organizers, I want to say Sean and I lived in a studio apartment, and we actually used these to decorate in our studio apartment. And then when we moved, I actually painted them to use for filming. I had them as like a backdrop for filming. And these were originally black and I painted them white. And I'm saying these because there are two of them. One of them is in the closet and then another one is right here. So I have them organizing several different toys that I have for my niece and my nephew. So in this organizer, I have these really cute Dollar Tree bags, or I want maybe like bins, you could say. They have like a wire around the top, but everything else is that like canvas material. But I have their toys organized in here. And I also have a lot of their toys organized in the closet. I'm not going to share that with you right now. It is actually organized, believe it or not, but that's like a topic for a different video. But I love how I have this space organized right here. It has all of their toys organized sort of by like what kind of activity they are. So like the one bag has like coloring items in it, and then some like stuffed animals, some different games, all of that kind of stuff. So I have all of that organized here, and then I have more of their toys organized in the cabinet, in the closet right there. So definitely quite a few toys for them to pick from. And then on the top I have this really pretty light that I found at the thrift store for maybe, I want to say like $3, and then a couple of these really pretty glass containers. And I love the colors that they are. I think they're so pretty. And I love how they sort of look all together. I think it's like a really pretty nice like detail. And especially like at night, I've been turning on the lamp and just letting it be on with a couple other lamps in different rooms, and it just adds this like really pretty glow to the upstairs that I think is really fun. And that's it for the spare bedroom makeover reveal. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I have been working on in this spare bedroom. In the comments below, let me know what your favorite item was from this bedroom makeover that I did. I have so many favorite items. I think probably the beaded curtains are some of my favorite, but I also really love the fish. But if I had to pick, I probably would say the beaded curtains. I think they're just a really cool find. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite find was. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links to those are below in the description box of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!